secrets.
All right.
Hybrid legs.
Yeah, me either. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do a physical therapy evaluation on your feet and just check out and see what's going on with those, and we'll go from there. So I know you run. How much do you run typically?
I run an average 3 miles a day.
3 miles a day. Okay.
Well, during the week, like I probably do a 3 mile there on today. I run and walk. During the week, I run and walk. When I do races, that's when I push myself.
Okay.
In the week, I don't push myself. I just take and easily stroll.
Right. And so that's 3 miles a day, 7 days a week?
Yes.
Perfect. Whew. That's pretty good, 21 miles a week.
That's on the low side because if I do races, that's when I do more. Like this Saturday, I got a half marathon.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. So you have a half marathon this Saturday?
Yes, depending on the weather.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully it'll calm down. It's supposed to be raining right now, so maybe we won't. You know, meteorologists, you can do what you can say what you want. So have you had foot pain forever? Or
I have for long. Even when I was in the military days, at one point they put an arch support in my shoes when I started doing PT tests, but I quit. I don't last a day. I couldn't stand. I make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned to deal with it.
Gotcha. What pain or problems do you have with your foot?
It's mostly like in the bottom of the foot more than anything else.
Okay. Is it both foot or just one?
Both.
Both. Okay.
And like it depends on the shoes and what.
Right. So shoes. So have you tried a lot of different kind of shoes?
I got a whole closet full of shoes back there. I got tons of running shoes. Some of them I only run one time. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't handle it anymore.
Gotcha. So you told me before we started you had flat feet. So what have you found has been the best shoe for you with flat feet?
Right now it's Stockings. I've been the Endorphins. I've been wearing the last 2 years probably. My speed had really picked up with them too.
Okay, good. Now when you're running, do your feet hurt all the time, or is it just when you're running?
Usually when I first start, most time my feet hurt when I first get out of bed.
Right.
And after a while, it kind of fades itself out.
Uh-huh.
And when I'm saying for running, when I first started out,
Uh-huh.
but within the first mile, I'm able to move, able to go pick up the pace.
Okay. Yeah, with plantar fasciitis, a lot of time you have that first as soon as you get out of bed.
Yeah, that's when it bothered me the most.
Yeah, kind of walk like Frankenstein for a little bit. Yeah, cool. All right. And then you said it hurts at the back on your heel. Where exactly does it hurt on the back of your foot?
It's like I said, I meant to rephrase myself. It hurt most at the bottom of the foot.
Yeah, perfect.
Towards right there though.
Okay, where the pad is on
Yes.
the bottom. Okay, good. Yeah. Does it bother you when, like, if you've been sitting for a while, then you get up and start walking? Does it hurt you then?
Sometimes. It's like I stay moving around, I guess, most of the day because I don't really sit down a lot.
Gotcha. Stay pretty active.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Does it bother you when you're barefoot, or do you need to be wearing shoes most of the time?
It does. I can't. I don't like going barefoot too much because it does bother me more. I bought these sandals from Amazon actually. They're really thick padded. I guess they're called hiking sandals, but they're really comfortable on my feet.
Okay.
Because a lot of time I run so much, I like to have my shoes off my feet.
Right.
But I can't go barefoot either. It hurts so much. So I bought certain sandals that got a lot of padding. It helps me out a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. So I know you're doing a lot of running, and you're active. Are you retired now, James?
I am retired.
You are retired.
I retired military. I don't know, 12 years ago, I guess, and I've been doing a little bit here and there.
Good. What did you do in the military?
I was a corpsman. I was a medic.
Okay. Oh, medic. Oh, awesome.
I was most of my time with the Marines. I was a combat medic with them in Iraq.
Oh, wow. So you got to see. You've been all over, huh? Okay. Now, do you do any kind of exercises or self-treatment to help with that plantar fasciitis at all?
The only thing I do now, I don't go to the gym as much as I used to because I don't like being in the gym, but most I do, I run 3 miles a day and I'll at least walk a mile and a half a day every evening.
Okay.
So I probably easily, but my steps wise, I probably do about 20,000 steps a day on average. So I keep myself going, and again, I think that's probably what I learned to deal with it.
Yeah. So you just kind of try to ignore it and push through it?
Yeah, I do.
Gotcha. There's no like self-treatment massage or anything like that?
No, because sometimes I have a foot massage over there. I used it last night because it was so sore last night, but other than that, I just learned to deal with it.
Okay.
As long as I'm able to walk or move around, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not going to complain too much about it.
Sure. Have you ever had to try physical therapy or anything for it?
I have years ago. Probably when I first went in the military, they tried to do some different things because I was never very active when I joined the military. I never ran more than a mile or whatever. And for the military, we only ran a mile and a half twice a year.
Right.
I thought mile and a half, and it gave me so much problem at the time.
Right. So it just really didn't help when you did it then. Yeah.
All they did gave me really gave me arch support because I had no arch on foot. They gave me arch support, in which that hurt more than anything else. So I took them out. I didn't last long.
Yeah, with the arch support, you know,
I cannot stand them.
Oh gosh, there's you can do corrective inserts or you can do accommodative inserts, and so sometimes with those corrective, it just makes you hurt worse because now you have a flat arch and then they just made you arch it way up.
Oh god, I'd rather go with that. I'd rather go with the pain on the flat feet.
Yeah, it was less painful without it. Yeah.
Because even my VA disability has 10% for my feet for that reason.
Okay, cool. So you hadn't really done any treatment for it in a long time.
No.
Have you tried dry needling for it before?
I'm not even sure that is, to be honest.
Okay, so acupuncture, basically sticking.
Oh, no, I haven't tried that. No.
Not sticking needles in your foot.
I have never done that before.
Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, all right. Well, usually what I do when I look at somebody's feet is I want to see, what their arches look like. You've already told me yours are flat, so we'll look at those. I want to check your flexibility in your legs and your feet, and then check the strength in your hips, your knees, and your ankles. And so, if that's okay, we'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Socks off?
Yeah, go ahead and take your socks off, and then you can just stand right there in front of your chair. That'll be fine.
I had that problem with hips. They gave me cortisone shots hits a couple years ago.
Yeah, did that help at all?
It did, actually.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just looking at your feet. They're definitely flat.
Yeah.
So, good.
And
then, if you'll just turn and face that way for me, I want to look at your heels. Okay. Yep. Okay. So kind of just when I look at that, I want to see if your feet are, pronated or supinated. Yours are definitely pronated.
Right.
Those are your flat feet. And then sometimes I want to look at the heels too, because they can be inverted or everted.
Right.
Yours are pretty straight, so that's good. And if you'll just come walk right here, just walk over to the wall and back and forth for me. Good. And then just come back. And we'll just do that a couple of times. So again, I'm just looking to see if you're, pronating when you're supposed to,
right,
and all that stuff. And yeah, you got a pretty flat foot. Everything's kind of slapping.
I managed to do a marathon, so
yeah, it's perfect. No, look, that's the thing is,
it really to me running a marathon is challenging for me.
I believe you. I mean, it's challenging for anybody, but the thing is this is your body.
Right.
We really can't change it.
Yeah.
And so if you want to do things, you're going to be able to do them.
Right.
You just have to make accommodations. So no big deal. What about your balance? Stand on just your.
I have no balance.
No balance.
I'll be honest with that one.
That's okay. Perfect.
I got to hang on to something.
Yeah, and then let's check. I just want to see the other one. Yeah, it's different. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, because when the cop pulled me over, I have got stopped twice. I was gonna drink. I was not drinking, but I failed the stupid bouncing test. But the only thing that saved me, I had a 0.0 on the alcohol test. So I thought I can't do this thing.
That's funny. My first time I ever got pulled over was when I was 15.
They gave me practice anyway, but I failed the balance thing. Yeah. But they gave me breathalyzer 0.0. I knew that was going to happen. We can do that and get over with.
That's funny. I mean, I got pulled over when I was 15, and I was so scared. I was shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to fail if he makes me walk a line.
Yeah, because I knew I was kind of I knew I would because I just.
That's funny. All right, perfect. Let me. I'm just going to look at your feet a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so let me just count. Is it tender right in here?
No, not as much. My feet's not that much tender anymore after I've been running so much.
Yeah. Good.
I just don't go barefoot.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So I'm just checking your mobility on your feet and just checking the joints, how they're moving. Looks good. That's not too bad. Okay, relax that one. Good. All right, let me check the strength in your foot. So just pull your toes up towards the ceiling and hold there. Oh yeah, push down. Hold. Turn in. Turn your toes in here and hold that. and then turn them out. Good. Let's do this side. Pull them up and hold and push down. Turn out. Hold that. Good. And then turn in. Perfect. Okay. No problem with your knees or hips or anything?
Well, I do have problems with knees and hips too.
Okay. Just kind of bother you?
Yeah, it does.
Arthritis?
But it does. I learned to adjust. I learned to deal with it because, like I said, the first mile, my knees and hips. Because I took the first one shots my hips already before I started running again, and it helped out quite a bit because I quit running because my hips hurt so bad.
Right.
And my knees, same thing. My knees sometimes swell, sometimes, but
okay.
Yeah. At one time, when I first retired from the Navy, they told me that I would never run again because I had bone on bone. Yeah. And I felt that over time it doesn't bother me much as it used to.
Yeah. You know, at the risk of sounding horrible, a lot of people are told they have bone on bone and don't run or don't lift weights or whatever. But you know what?
I like because I was 40, 50 pounds heavier than I am now at that time almost, and so I like the alternative. So I'd be willing to risk the pain for the alternative.
Absolutely, yeah, I love that. Let's see, I'm just gonna check. Does any of that bother you on your knee when I do that?
No.
Good. Kick your leg up straight.
I do think running kind of strengthens my knee a lot.
Yeah. Hold it right there. Don't let me push it down. Good. And then lift your knee up like this, and don't let me push it down there. Good. Let's check this side. Is one knee worse than the other, or are they both about the same?
They're both the same.
Yeah. All right, kick your leg up and hold it there. Good. Perfect. Relax. And then lift your knee up here and hold.
It must have 20 years of ring. Makes a lot. Yeah.
That'll do it, huh? That's funny. Let me put this over here. Okay. Go ahead and lay head down here for me on your back. Good. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You want a pillow from your couch, or
I'm
you
good.
Okay. So I'm just going to check the flexibility of your legs. Just relax. Ooh, got a little tight hamstring there.
I knew that was going to happen. My legs very tight.
That's okay. Let's check this.
My mobility ain't that great.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm gonna keep on run, but if I fall down and I get on my knees, I can't get back up again.
But I might have to work on that. Good. All right. Bend your knees up. Put them flat like this. Both of them. Just check it. Does that bother your back at all when I do that?
A little bit, right? Lower back, yeah. I have a big core flex. Again, look, I got on my lower back too.
Sure. All right. So let's straighten this leg. Lift this leg up straight. Yeah. And hold it there. Good. And then let's do this one. Hold it there. Good. Perfect. And then roll on this side for me, on your left side. Good. And then lift this leg straight up. I'll tell you what, straight up. Yeah, hold it there. And I'm going to push down. Hold it. Don't let me move it. Good. Okay. And then let's do this. Leave it here. Lift this leg up and hold that there. This is kind of awkward, but it'll work. Good. Okay. And then on your stomach for me. I'm just checking all your strength. I just want to see everything. Bend this leg up. Don't let me pull it down. Hold it there. Good. All right. My Lord, your calves are massive. Relax this leg and bring this one up and hold it there. Don't let me pull it down. Good. All right. Let that one go. And now I want you to lift your leg straight up. Just the right one. I'm sorry. Yep. Hold there. Good. And let's do this one. Perfect. Good. Now roll on this side for me. Looking away from me. And then lift this leg up. Hold it there. Good. Let's bring it back. Let's cross it in here. And then lift this one up. Straighten it through. And hold there. Good. Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Go ahead and sit back up for me. Good. So all of your muscles are pretty strong. I would say your hips are not 100%.
Yeah, they told me that too not too long ago.
But 85, 90%. Yeah. When we check that, we grade it as a 0 to 5. It's very subjective to me. If you graded yourself, it might be like, but 85, 90%. So nothing crazy. Something you could work on.
At one point, I did quit running because my hip hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And I gained so much weight, which made it worse.
Right.
And then I'm with the VA. Actually, they gave me cortisone shots in my hip. It seemed to help.
Yeah.
I started back up again.
Good. Yeah, those cortisone shots do help. as long as you don't get them very often.
I think that was the only time I had.
Good, yeah. So sometimes there was a study years ago that said if you have them more than every 3 months, it can actually start to break the tissue down.
That's what I heard.
And but I have seen people that have gotten them like every, I don't know, very close together.
I got that one time. It was a couple years ago now.
Well, good. That's perfect. Stand back up. I want to check one more thing. I didn't think about this. Raise up on your toes, just like a heel raise. Good. And let's do it like 5 rows. Good. Does that hurt at all?
No.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. All right. You can have a seat back in your chair. So looking at everything, your feet are super strong. Your knees are strong. Really, the only weakness is in your hips a little bit, which you already know about that. So you can do some exercises, super easy. Like there's a really good standing series where you do hip flexion, hip abduction, hip extension. You can do stuff laying down. Get a little band and put that on you. As far as your pain in your foot, one of the things I like to do is tape people for plantar fasciitis, and we don't have to do that today. But there's something called lodi taping and then navicular sling taping. Mm-hmm. And so navicular sling is what I would do with you because of your flat feet.
Right.
Which we're not going to change that ever.
No.
But it does.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's almost like putting on an ankle brace.
Yeah.
Putting that on there.
That's what I kind of learned. I learned to adapt with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. And then, the second thing that I do a lot of times with people with plantar fasciitis is what we call ASTM, instrument assisted stimulate soft tissue massage. So you almost like taking a scraper and just scraping the bottom of the feet with some lotion. And what it does is, and it's not a scraper, it's an actual tool, stainless steel tool. And what it does is it stimulates blood flow to that area and helps it heal. And then the other thing I do a lot of times is dry needling. So it's like an acupuncture needle. It's a small needle that I stick like 3 of them in the bottom of your foot. And then we put it exactly where that plantar fascia attaches to the heel. Mm-hmm. And then hook up some electrodes and it shoots electric stimulation to that muscle. And that helps introduce more blood flow, more oxygen, and helps it feel better. So those are kind of some options with plantar fasciitis. I don't know if you want to try that dry needling or not. That would be up to you. But it is a little painful in the foot. So anyway,
it really doesn't matter. But
yeah. Do you want to try that?
I try it.
Okay, cool.
I've never tried before, so I have no idea. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, motion detected. Okay. Let's do.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that when you were at my front door. When you knocked on the door, I didn't know you were out there.
They let me slide on the first one.
Usually, when someone comes my friend walking on the door.
That's funny.
Didn't let me know. I was real, huh?
So, are you allergic to metal?
I'm allergic to none.
Okay. Are you on blood thinners?
I am on none.
Okay, perfect. Come back over here and lay on your back, and I'm gonna set you up. Head down at the other end. All right. Yep, that's good. And you can scoot back down here. Scoot down, let your feet hang on. That's perfect. That is good. Oh, you're fine. Are you comfortable like that?
I am.
Okay. Let me drop this down. Okay. So here, I just want to show you these needles. They're tiny.
Okay.
So they shouldn't be too bad. And so no blood thinners, no allergies.
None.
Good. All right. So basically what we do is the plantar fascia attaches on the medial side right in here.
Right.
Is that painful right there? Is that kind of where your pain is sometimes?
Yeah, I can feel the pressure, but...
Good. So I'm going to put one needle right there. And so you're going to feel a little prick. If it hurts, try not to jerk. Wasn't too bad, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You're welcome.
Yeah, that one was a little bit tougher than the others.
Yes, sir. All right. And then I'm just going to do 2 in the other one. And this.
Yeah, I realize the lower you go,
It's more. It gets more tender, doesn't
yeah.
it? Yeah. Now I had this done in my hand, and I've done it to my hand several times because I have carpal tunnel every now and then.
Mhm.
It is not fun sticking needles in your hand, especially when it's your hand. Okay. So we got 3 in the right and 2 in the left.
Okay.
And now, there have been times where I put 5 and 6 needles in people's feet before, but it's usually so tender that I try not to do too many. We want to get a good treatment, but we don't want it to go crazy. All right, so I'm going to hook these electrodes up to you. Basically just putting these little alligator clamps on this needle, and you won't feel anything while I'm clipping these on. And then usually once you get, if the needles didn't make you scream, then the electricity's fine, because I'm going to go real easy on that, okay?
Okay.
Good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn the right one on first, and you tell me when you start to feel it. I'm going to go real easy, real slow. I want it to be strong, but not too painful. So tell me when you feel it.
I start feeling a little bit right now.
Okay. Is it strong?
It's okay.
Okay. I'll go up a little bit more. Just tell me when it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll do the other foot. Tell me when you feel that one.
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay, we'll go up a little bit more. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. How's that right there?
That's good.
Okay. Not hurt too bad?
No.
Okay, perfect. So we'll leave it like that. Typically, I'll do this for 15 to 25 minutes, depending on how painful it is and how you can tolerate it.
Right.
I don't do it to anybody who's scared of needles, because that has not worked out well in the past.
Well, I imagine so.
So we'll leave it in for a few minutes,
Okay.
and then we'll take it off. So I guess it's really good.
I never felt it. Okay. I did about half a year. I did past that every time.
Wow.
Now we're after more resilient forward. I could go further.
That's
I can't
awesome.
figure it out.
That's funny how we age and we get stronger.
Yeah. No, I never thought it 23 years ago.
Wow.
I had you raising on babies. I ate on babies.
Right.
I remember one time. I mean, people have hair. That's
That's what I was saying. That's so funny.
But then you can make it look good myself.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I didn't look
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's funny. I still done this on Facebook last week. I'm teaching a senior training class in the library. I put 50 and over. And it's really more people 65 and over. I just want to make sure if someone wants to like, when I'm just say, hey, you're fine with 50-years. And I was like, oh, I totally agree. I'm not saying 50-years old, I'm 42. I'm just saying it's open to anybody. And yeah, I think, you know, some people out there better shape in their 60s than
Oh, yeah. I did learn 57 last week. But anyway, I know people who run races like 80. I can't do it.
the first 5 day I ever ran, maybe only, not for you, but the first time I remember seeing this lady who, I don't have any idea how she was, she was 50-years old, and she laughed at me. Like, I did 5 days, she did 10 days. She asked me, and I think she asked me again.
Oh, yeah. I was like, age is not a thing.
No, it really isn't. It's really not a thing, anything. If you stay healthy and you're motivated. So, those of you still okay? Okay, we'll do a couple more minutes, and then I'll take them out. Yeah, I've been, when I turned 40, I was running 4 miles, no problem, which I never run 4 miles in my life. And then I was going to be here with the after and it was right, was that COVID? Italy, COVID had been there for 6 months, right? And had nothing to shut down, and then they canceled it.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't already anymore.
Wow. So anyway, and then so we do the first I don't cross attention. I don't
Yeah,
have
I'll do
first.
it.
That is not the way you run.
No, hang on, next to the work race by
That's
yourself.
exactly right. Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Yeah, I'll do it from.
awesome. All right, we're going to take this out. Okay. All right, you can go ahead and sit up.
Okay.
They're putting a roof next door. I guess you got some young kids working on that roof. I looked at it this morning. I go, they got some young kids working on that roof next door.
That's right. They got them started early. It's summertime, so they can get some work in. All right, you can hop off the table. Now I know we didn't do very long, but so you may not be able to tell the difference at all. Is there you feel any difference in that?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
That's not a store I thought I was going to do when I first did that.
Yeah, perfect. All right, awesome. So, what I would do, James, is since you're, this is something you've been dealing with forever. My biggest thing would be, one, do what you're doing already. Make sure you're wearing the best shoes for you.
Right.
You could. There's an argument that custom inserts work, and some people do those, some people don't. We used to have some when I worked over in Minden, and it was Footmax was the brand, and they're out of Canada. And we would scan people's feet and then send them off, and they would come back in 4 weeks. And then we would show you how to wear them. And then if they weren't good, we would send them back. They would totally rework them. But those were probably the best ones.
Right.
And I think they still do those over at Minden Medical Center and don't charge for them. So that may be an option one day if it ever gets to where you can't address it with the shoes. Excuse me. But keep wearing the shoes. I would add in some hip strengthening to your running routine. And basically just work on strengthening your hip abductors and your glutes.
Yeah.
And that just looks like, get you a band. You don't have to use a band, just doing some.
I have cup bands. Yeah.
I'm sure you do if you're running. But doing like lateral walking with a band around your ankles, doing hip abduction, hip flexion extension, all those kind of things. Basically, that's really what I would add. And then maybe some balance training since you're balancing.
My balance been out of forever.
But does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that?
I don't. I exactly understand what you're saying.
Perfect. Awesome.